So, Brian, first of all, I can't even believe I'm reporting out that stuff, right? Like, I can't write this. You honestly can't write this. The fiction would be, it wouldn't compare to the truth. But you had a chance to talk with the father and grandmother of Ivy Webster. She's one of Jesse McFadden's victims. I'm just so curious about what their response to all of this has been.
That poor family.
They're shocked. They're still grieving. They're angry. You see video here. I went with Ivy's dad out to a garden that they built in their backyard, where people drop by plants, where they remember their daughter.
That's colorful.
It's so eerie being out here, Ashley. It's dark out here. You can barely see the house behind me, but just behind me is the house where these terrible things happen. And we've been showing that video, the video from inside that Ivy's grandmother, Shannon, shot with her cell phone. A lot of people don't realize that. It is Ivy's grandma who thought, when she went inside and started seeing these awful things, that she needed to record it with her cell phone. And she didn't only do it once. She went outside and they called the family attorney and said, "What the heck is going on here? We don't think the police have even been inside this house." The attorney couldn't believe it and told Shannon, "You need to go back inside and you need to get more video." So
wow, she had to go in multiple times, and nobody can believe what the heck's taken place. Nobody. What took place, what's taken place, all these signs, all the people that reached out to local LE. It makes no damn sense. And yet, more and more, we're continuing to see more and more. The shit's deep.
It was awful the first time. She had the bravery to go inside a second time to get that video that basically changed everything and opened the entire investigation all over again. I'll listen to what she told me about that.
Thank you for taking that video, Grandma.
I mean, just going in that house, it doesn't take much to realize very quickly that things aren't okay.
No.
And if they did their job, they would have seen that from the get-go. But they failed.
An eye hook and chain on a kitchen counter, that's not normal. Was it always there?
No,
Don't know.
It's not normal.
Was it put in?
It's not normal at all. That's why when you do a frickin' walkthrough of the property and you see straps. Hello?
When? I don't know.
Is it working? Like, come on.
Walking into Doom, when you walked in that house, the smell was just, it wasn't a cat box smell.
Oh, God.
When the attorney told you to go back in to get more video, I mean, as a grandma, that must have been difficult.
Oh.
I couldn't have my daughter do it again.
Oh, wow.
I didn't want to do it.
She's so strong.
But I had to.
Oh, my gosh.
I think that if we hadn't, we wouldn't have what we have right now.
Right. Thank you so much for everything you did, Grandma.
I stay awake at night thinking about it. Just adding another question to that list.
So you can imagine, again, Ashley, not only having to go in once, but having to go in twice. And thank goodness she did, because that's the reason, really, that we're standing here right now.
100% Brian Entin. Brian Entin does such an amazing job. Bravo to him, too. Now, this is a video where he was also sitting down asking them about the red flags, missed and ignored, not or. Missed and ignored.
There are some weird things that don't make a lot of sense, like the chaplain signing off on the marriage certificate and the witness being the sheriff's secretary. Able to sort of have that out?
From my understanding, she's also, or the secretary is also, the same person who is in charge of registering sex offenders as well. And the secretary is the one who's supposed to,
Again, say that one more time.
or the secretary is also the same person who is in charge of registering sex offenders as well. And the secretary is the one who's supposed to schedule visits and do all that. And it's a little confusing that the same person who's supposed to be in charge of the sexual registry and whatnot is the same people or person that's marrying and signing off on marriage certificates for sex offenders to marry women that they clearly manipulated.
Do you think the failures initially with not searching was it an oversight? Or do you think there's something more to it with what you're learning about the marriage certificate?
At this point, I think there's more to it. I don't want to call.
Yeah, there's more to it. I'm going to be getting into it Saturday night on Twitch. That's for damn sure. Wow.
What a cover up. I think it was
say that again, sir.
I think there's more to it. I don't want to call it a cover up. I think it was they already knew and they just wanted to do a light investigation and say, yep, we found our guy, that's it. There's no other story here.
No. I feel his pain. But to me, when you see straps hidden behind a mattress on a floor, and how the crime scene was cleared with 3 computers and 8 cell phones, straps all over the place, clothing, Polaroids, binders, journals, letters. I'm not so sure if this isn't a cover-up, y'all. I'll be going into that on Saturday night on Twitch. I wish I could do members only.
But yet we now know there's a lot more to the story that they didn't want to investigate.
Oh, there's a lot more.
That is the question. Why?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know the answers, Ashley. They wanted to clear something up. They're not getting additional information from the sheriff's office or from the state now investigating. They only know what we know. We're going to be on the ground here really trying to figure out this marriage license thing because it's very, very strange.
That's for sure, man. These families, this is ridiculous. The lack of justice these victims and the families are getting. This is absolutely freaking ridiculous. Crazy. I hope you all have a peaceful and positive day, evening, morning, afternoon. Please hit the sub and like if I've earned it. Come hang out in a live sometime. I appreciate y'all so much.